The New York Giants host division rival Dallas on Sunday Night Football. The Cowboys are a 4-point favorite on BETDAQ, 47 the total in this game. Now obviously the Cowboys have been much better than the Giants this season. Dallas currently sits at 7-3 and they're coming off a bye. The Giants meanwhile have lost 5 straight games. They have not covered in any of those games. Shouldn't come as a surprise then that the Cowboys a popular public bet here as a 4-point favorite. After all, not only do they have a much better record, but this should be a good matchup for the Cowboys, especially on offense. Dallas, second in the NFL in rushing offense this season, DeMarco Murray having a huge year, and the Giants, 32nd, dead last in rushing defense. They're surrendering 145 yards per game on the ground. So if you're a Giants fan or a Giants bettor here, I think that is your primary concern. How are the Giants going to slow down the Dallas rushing attack? But if you're a Cowboys bettor, you have a legitimate concern as well, and that is, just why are you betting on a quarterback with a broken back? I mean, Tony Romo, 2 fractured vertebrae. Can't believe people aren't making a bigger deal out of this injury. We've only seen Romo once since he broke his back. That was 2 weeks ago against Jacksonville. He was moving around in the pocket kind of gingerly in that game, but he really wasn't ever pressured or harassed. The Cowboys just blew out the Jaguars. It was a walk in the park for Romo. Don't think it's going to be the same type of game here on the road against a division rival. You know the Giants are going to be coming after Tony Romo, and the Giants played well on defense last week against another run-first offense. Those of you asking yourself, how are the Giants going to stop the Dallas Cowboys rushing attack? Last week you were probably asking yourself, how are the Giants going to slow down the San Francisco 49ers rushing attack? Well, they did. They ganged up on Frank Gore and the Niners. Again, they held San Francisco to just 16 points, and the Giants really should have won that game. Eli Manning throwing an interception in the end zone as time expired. They ended up losing by 6, but again, they were very competitive, showed they're still playing hard for their head coach, Tom Coughlin. And you know what? Even though it's not a very popular bet, even though they've been bad over the past 6 weeks, I think the Giants might be a good bet here as a 4-point home underdog. Keep in mind, the Cowboys not particularly good on defense, middle of the pack statistically. The Giants, an impressive receiving core, even without Victor Cruz. Believe they're going to give the Dallas corners some issues. Tough to rely on Eli Manning after what we saw to him last week was just an interception machine against the San Francisco 49ers. But you know what? I think I'll take my chances with Manning before I'll take my chances with Tony Romo with a broken back. And look, Romo is inconsistent and unreliable enough when he's fully healthy. Now, I mean, he is literally one hit away from just limping off to the sidelines, and then it would be Brandon Weeden time. And we've seen Weeden this season. If Weeden comes into the game, I really like the Giants side of things because he has been very unimpressive this year. Look, I think the New York defense is going to gang up on the Dallas running game. I think they're going to try to force Tony Romo to beat him, much like they did last week with Colin Kaepernick. And even though Romo has great success, has a history of great success on the road in New York, he usually burns the Giants in New York. He usually doesn't have a broken back. I do not have faith in Romo in this situation. I do have a lean towards New York +4 here. Also lean towards under 47.